We're live.
Perfect. What's up, everybody? This is Brandon from FitPro Merson. I also want to shout out to my new t-shirts. So if you see me wearing these out on the streets, come up to me and ask me anything you want about fitness, and I'll be glad to help. Let's work out together. All right, introducing my podcast mate, Travis. Travis, introduce yourself with the quote of the day, please.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I'm bringing you the quote of the day. Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitation on what you can be, have, or do. Brian Tracy.
Yeah, definitely, Travis. What do you think that means in your perspective?
Don't let anything get in your way. Just do it.
Heck yes.
Or no excuses.
Oh, perfect segue. What up? So our first topic of the day is no excuses. But before we get into that, we'll show you some good news. Our first good news comes from an article written in 2019. It is a nature study that says 2 days a week for 2 hours of nature will impact your health in a good way.
Not to interject, but does that include Skyrim?
That does not include Skyrim. I think you need the fresh air and maybe some leaves around you. And it's just overall taking in that fresh air is good for your body, and it's also going to be really good for your mental health as well, which is very important.
So VR doesn't count.
VR does not count.
It has to be real reality.
It has to be real reality, as the people call it, RIL in real life.
IRL?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that since Second Life days. Just like ASL.
Our next good news story is a wheelchair marathoner.
Now, I believe this highlights no excuses.
Exactly. This is a great example. So this person from Montreal wheeled a marathon, and they've been doing it for many, many years, but they have a degenerative bone disease that keeps them in a wheelchair. They've been hospitalized for probably a quarter of their life, half their life, and they just decided to get out there and start doing marathons. This is the first person to ever do a full marathon in a wheelchair, and their amazing time of 4 hours and 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So talk about no excuses for sure.
Them French Canadians, they're not only good for poutine, for motivation too.
So that's a feel-good story of today. Great job, and I'm pretty sure they're still out there doing it.
Curious if the Facebook page is still up.
Oh, it's all in French, so if any of our listeners
I
can...
think it's translated.
Oh, well, there you go. Never mind. I don't need
Gotta
y'all.
love real-time translation. And apparently a cat wants our attention.
Yes. And here's another oldie but goodie. Back in 2018, Canada has officially banned industrial trans fats, which means that everything that has been trans fat related that was manufactured in Canada is no longer legal, which is great news for the fitness industry because that is a killer.
I'm just going to stick with coconut oil. Coconut oil, coconut oil, coconut oil. And a little bit of olive.
Yeah, trans fat is a cholesterol-related disease. It definitely does not help with your heart because you could definitely get cardiovascular disease from it as well. So we'll call that good news.
Marty!
Keeping the public healthy. There we go. All right, so yes, no excuses, Travis. What is your excuse to never go to the gym?
I actually don't have an excuse to not go to the gym.
Well, there you go. Podcast done, everybody. Thank you very much for coming.
I know a lot of excuses. I'm too tired. I don't have time. But 30 minutes a day makes a big difference.
That's what I'm saying. That literally jumping up and down 50 times is a workout. So you have time. Walking the dog or a pet. If you have a snake, I don't know, do something with the snake.
Walk your snake?
Yeah, snakes can walk you, right? If you have a big one. But yeah, if you don't have time, then just go for a quick walk. Even if you live close to work, walk to work. That will benefit you in the long run, for sure.
Sit-ups before you go to bed, sit-ups when you wake up.
Heck yeah, push-ups in commercial breaks.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all you need. You got busy catching up on your favorite shows, do a couple push-ups during the intermission.
Working from home, I set an alarm for every hour, and I just do push-ups, sit-ups, squats.
Heck yeah.
Every hour on the hour.
That's all you need.
It's blood pumping, helps with the focus.
Exactly. Oh, focus, big one. Yeah, for sure. It'll help not only your physical health, but definitely your mental health as well.
Oh, that's a biggie. Gotta get that endorphin rush.
Yeah, exactly. So, keeping active is not limited to what you might believe as an excuse. So,
Chin-up bar.
Chin-up bar, exactly.
Gotta remount it over there.
Man, doing chin-ups during the podcast is pump.
I think I'm doing a podcast from the living room one day.
Ooh.
Or around the fire.
There you
Bring
go.
the laptop out, stream it from the laptop.
Nice and sexy, eh?
Have a nice fire.
And never say, I'll do it later. Because
Ooh, I'm big. I am big.
that leads to procrastination, and doing it later leads to, I'll do it never. And that's a big killer for a lot of motivations around there. Oh, hello. I apologize. We have been interrupted by this fluffy kitty. Oh, hi. Okay. Come here. Come here, Marty.
Cats are good for the internet.
Oh, absolutely. Petting any type of animal will help. Want to say hi to the internet? Hi.
Apparently he was saying no excuses to petting me.
Doing a podcast? No worries. I got you covered.
Trying to figure out a way to get... Yeah. No biggie there, Marty. No biggie.
It's okay. I'm still here. Hi.
Look at that glow. Hey, Marty, what's your excuse? No answer. He's like, I only go out and play whenever Dad lets me.
Reminds me of the commercial, the old-timey commercial. It's like, what's your thing? Monday to rest. Act like bugs.
Okay, cat no longer interrupting the podcast. What's next?
What's next? Well, sticking to no excuses. Why do you need an alarm to get up in the morning? A lot of people don't want to be late for work. They need time to get up in the morning. But if you're accustomed to waking up early, on the weekend, you don't use an alarm. Wake up when your body naturally tells you to wake up. We all have that biological clock in our system. And it will tell us to wake up when we're ready. And when that happens, we actually feel like we've got a good night's rest. We're not interrupted from our REM sleep, which is half the time when our clocks go off, we are in REM sleep. Therefore, we feel groggy, we feel tired, we don't have the energy in the morning. If you let your body naturally wake up, you'll have all that. You'll have the time, you'll have the energy, especially you'll have time to go to the gym. What up? So give it a try. Don't use your alarm for a weekend. And then if you wake up within 5 to 10 minutes of that alarm, that's a pretty good indicator that you don't need an alarm to wake you up.
Just get up whenever you wake up.
Exactly. Just don't be late for work. That's all I'm saying.
Disclaimer. It is not my fault if you're late for work. Yeah, I see you got something else written here. It's okay to fail.
Yes.
Who was that said by?
Well, we actually listened to a video by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and believe it or not, it is okay to fail.
It's how we learn.
Exactly. You learn from your failures.
You wrote that down here too. It's like you actually listen.
Yeah, he talks about how we should not have a plan B. Like, always stick to your plan A, because if there's a plan B, we automatically take away from our plan A. We put time and effort into a plan B that we're taking away from our plan A.
Well, then why are we so accustomed to making a plan B?
Everyone's afraid of failure. No one wants to fall and never get back up again. And I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of.
Well, this actually takes me back to high school. So I don't know how many people remember in high school, they're like, always apply to 3 colleges.
Yeah.
Or universities. So now you're applying to all these, but you really want to get into that one.
Yeah.
So why not focus all your energy on that one application and just kill it?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
hey, maybe you don't get in this year. There's victory laps for a reason.
Yep. Exactly.
Apply for that school that you really want to go to the following year.
Exactly. Or get that promotion that you really want. Or win that competition that you really want to win. There's a lot of athletes out there that do not have a plan B, and that's how they are successful. Arnold Schwarzenegger said it himself. He did not win competition after competition after competition. He had to work at them. And he learned from his mistakes, and he learned from his failures. He got back up again, and he killed it the next time.
It doesn't sound like he was making excuses.
Definitely not.
He was just doing it.
Let's see his resume. Bodybuilding champion. He's got successful box office movie. He was the governor of freaking California. Now, is that someone who has an excuse?
I've got something I want to say there, but I'm gonna restrain myself. Didn't he also cheat on his wife?
Well, I mean, again, no excuses. He owned up to it.
He did own up to it. That he did. I'm pretty sure he even took responsibility over that child as well.
There you go.
No excuses. He did it and he paid.
Yep. And don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, there's always another opportunity to succeed at where you failed. A lot of people are afraid to get knocked down by failure, and then we become so accustomed to it. It's embedded in our system to stay the hell down and never try again. Like, just hands up, I'm done, that's it, I quit. And then you get nowhere in your life, right? So what I want to tell you guys and girls and others who are out there, that it's okay to get knocked down as long as you push yourself back up, as a metaphor says, get yourself back up on the horse and just try harder. Learn from your mistakes. Keep going until you get what you want. And do not take no for an answer. Do not be sedentary. You have to keep going.
It's like a key component of doing a push-up.
Yes. You can't just stop halfway through and be like, I'm done. No, you gotta get yourself back up.
I'd say burpees, but man, burpees suck.
No, nice burpees, man. Why do you gotta bring that up?
You're literally throwing yourself down just to pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a burpee.
Which is also the definition of don't let yourself get beaten up.
Burpees.
I think we